I'm Eddie Garcia, co-host of the Puck Podcast with your Puck Podcast Hockey Minute, a recap of the night in the NHL, and a look ahead to upcoming action. 9 games in the NHL on Tuesday, including the Canadiens getting a big 6-3 win over the Senators, snapping Ottawa's 6-game winning streak. Down 3-2 in the third, Montreal scored 4 straight goals to close it out. Josh Anderson had a pair of goals, numbers 11 and 12. Captain Nick Suzuki, it's his 21st of the year on the power play. That was the go-ahead goal. And Montreal goalie Stan Montembeault improved to 7-0-1 in his last 8 starts. Calder Trophy candidate rookie defenseman Lane Hutson had a goal for his 53rd point of the season. That win for Montreal moved them into the final wildcard spot in the East, 1 point up on the Rangers, because New York lost at home to the Flames 2-1. All the goals in this game were scored in the opening period. Nazem Kadri gets his 24th of the year to tie it, while Matt Coronado's 17th of the season on the power play was the game winner for Calgary. Rookie goalie Dustin Wolf, another Calder Trophy candidate, needed only to make 12 saves in net to get the win. For New Yorker, Timmy Panarin had the team's lone goal, his 39th of the season. The Canucks get a big win over the Jets, 6-2. Brock Besser, a pair of goals, numbers 19 and 20. And Pius Suter had 2 as well, numbers 19 and 20 for him as well. In the loss for Winnipeg, Nikolai Ehlers gets his 22nd. Meanwhile, the Blues knock off the Predators in Nashville 4-1. Jordan Kyrou had 2 goals, numbers 28 and 29. Jake Neighbors, his 19th, and goalie Joel Hofer, 22 saves in net for St. Louis. So the Blues and the Canucks are tied for the final wildcard spot in the West, both with 75 points. Calgary is 2 points back. The Metropolitan Division leading Capitals down the Red Wings 4-1. No goals for Washington star Alexander Ovechkin, so he remains 8 away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's all-time goal-scoring record with 14 games left this regular season. The Caps scored 3 goals in the third period to pull away in this one. Tom Wilson gets his 30th, Connor McMichael his 24th, and goalie Logan Thompson made 23 saves in net. In the loss for Detroit, Dylan Larkin scored his 28th of the year, but the Red Wings have now dropped 8 of 10. The Islanders defeat the Penguins in Pittsburgh 4-2. New York scored all 4 of their goals in the third period. Kyle Palmieri gets his 21st. In the loss, Sidney Crosby gets his 24th of the year, and Joona Kapanen scored his first NHL goal. For Crosby, he moves past Wayne Gretzky and into 4th most all-time for points with one franchise in NHL history. Meanwhile, the Islanders, Red Wings, and Blue Jackets all have 70 points. All 3 teams are 3 points back of Montreal now for the final wildcard spot in the East. The Oilers crushed the Utah Hockey Club 7-1. Zach Hyman had 2 goals, numbers 23 and 24. Connor McDavid had his 24th. And goalie Calvin Pickard made 29 saves in net for Edmonton as the Oilers moved 2 points back of Vegas in the race for first in the Pacific Division. Stars got by the Ducks in overtime 4-3. Mikael Granlund had 2 goals for Dallas, numbers 17 and 18, including the overtime game winner. Wyatt Johnston added his 25th of the year. In the loss for Anaheim, Leo Carlsson had a pair of goals, numbers 15 and 16. With that win, Dallas now has a 4-point lead on Colorado for second place in the Central and home ice advantage in their likely first-round playoff matchup. And the Kraken down the Blackhawks in Chicago 6-2. Seattle was down 2-0, then scored the next 6 goals. Shane Wright had 2. Numbers 16 and 17 for him, and Matty Beniers and Jared McCann each got their 17th goals of the season as well. Coming up on Wednesday, just 2 games in the NHL. 7 Eastern, the Maple Leafs host the Avalanche. With 2 points, Toronto would move into a tie with Florida for the top spot in the Atlantic Division. With a win, Colorado would move 2 points back of Dallas for second in the Central. And at 9:30 Eastern, it's the Wild hosting the Kraken. I'm Eddie Garcia. If you like this, please subscribe and like our YouTube channel and get notified when our latest shows are out. Also, check out our podcast recapping the past week in the NHL every Monday morning, which you can find on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Puck Podcast.